beginning the first night of a new adventure.
I don't know
that
what that
doesn't make
means.
any sense.
I don't know either.
Mama to it too.
James Ransone is gone. And if you're like most people, you didn't realize how many of your favorite scenes had him in them until now. He was 46. And according to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner, he died on Friday, December 19th, with the death ruled self-inflicted. That's the part that makes your stomach drop, because it's not just a celebrity headline. It's someone people actually respected. And here's the strange twist. James Ransone wasn't the kind of actor who begged for attention. He was the guy who quietly walked into a scene and somehow became the moment you remembered. So tonight, we're not doing rumors. We're not doing internet fan fiction. We're doing the real story, what we know, what made him special, and why the reaction has been so intense.
It's a fantasy like that's happening. It's like legit, and it's danger. So it was kind of like the breakthrough he needed. Like,
Why are you looking at?
You might not know the name James Ransone, but you know his face. He's the kind of actor who shows up in something you love and makes you go, wait, who is that? And now people are realizing he wasn't background. He was glue. The confirmed details are blunt. He died December 19th, 2025, at age 46, and the medical examiner ruled it self-inflicted. A lot of outlets also note that representatives were contacted for comment as the news spread. But the reason this story is moving so fast is because his work touched two massive worlds. One world is prestige TV. And if you know The Wire, you already know where this is going.
Me, I didn't film the scene.
I know. Maybe you did more character research. I don't know.
No, I didn't. I just watched what you did in the movie. I said, I'll just talk as fast as that kid.
If you're a horror fan, you probably met him in it, Chapter 2. He played the adult version of Eddie Kaspbrak. Nervous energy, sharp jokes, and that feeling like he's trying to stay brave even when he's terrified. And that performance worked because it didn't feel like movie acting. It felt like a real person trying not to fall apart. That's why he became one of those actors people call a scene stealer, especially in big ensemble movies. You look up afterward and realize he didn't need the most screen time to be memorable. And once he proved he could do that, he kept showing up in horror again and again. Which brings us to the franchise that made a whole new group of people recognize him instantly.
What soda was it?
It was usually Pepsi.
If you had said Dr. Pepper, I was going to tell you to kill yourself.
Ransone became a familiar face in modern horror. He's credited in coverage for roles connected to Sinister, and he appeared in The Black Phone and the recent sequel, Black Phone 2. And that matters because horror fans are loyal. When they feel like an actor is real, they don't let that go. It's also why his death is hitting two audiences at the same time: TV prestige fans and horror fans. And if you're wondering why that creates such a wave online, it's because his filmography is the kind you stumble into everywhere. But here's what most people don't realize. James Ransone didn't just show up in movies. He built a career in TV too. And one detail in the reporting makes this feel even more sudden. This is one of the parts that makes the news feel unreal. He was still working. Reports list appearances on shows like Bosch and Poker Face. So this doesn't read like a story of someone who disappeared. It reads like someone who was still in the mix, still respected, still getting calls. And that's why fans keep saying, how did we get here? Because from the outside, it looks like momentum. But real life doesn't always match what people see on a screen. And now the internet is doing what it always does, trying to fill in blanks with theories. Whenever someone dies suddenly, the internet gets reckless. People start guessing. People start connecting dots. And the truth is, most of those dots aren't real. Right now, the verified public information is limited to what's been reported and what the medical examiner listed. So here's the rule. If it's not confirmed, it's not a fact. And we're not turning someone's death into content theory entertainment. What we can do is talk about what his work meant and why people are suddenly revisiting his best scenes. Because the legacy part, that's real, and it's happening right now. And the legacy comes down to one thing James Ransone did better than most actors. James Ransone had a rare superpower. He made characters feel like people you've actually met. Not perfect people, not polished heroes. Real people, messy, insecure, funny, terrified, brave, sometimes all at once. That's why Ziggy still stings. That's why Eddie still lands. Because he didn't play them like a performance. He played them like a truth. And if you've noticed the reaction online, it's not just RIP. It's fans swapping favorite scenes. Like they're trying to keep him here a little longer. That's what real impact looks like. And it also comes with a reminder, because this story has a hard edge that needs to be said out loud. If you're struggling right now, if you feel like you're carrying too much, please don't do it alone. In the US, you can call or text 988. And as for James Ransone, his work isn't going anywhere. Years from now, someone will watch The Wire for the first time, or it, Chapter 2, and they'll stop and go, "Wait, who is that actor?" And the answer will still be the same. James Ransone, the guy who made the scene feel real. What role do you remember him for most? Ziggy, Eddie, or something else? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe for more.